This time the favourite's the drop goal, but you wouldn't rule out the penalty. You would. What on earth was Herschel Yankees doing there? We talked about scrambled minds, and that was the stain for the sins. And we'll say that again. It's the force of history. No, they don't anymore.
Odenberg kicks off. Ball loose. Oh, offside! Offside!
What are we looking at?
I think they want to see whether or not he actually was offside.
Being in offside position.
Owens.
He gave himself up.
We have a deal. We have a deal about the offside from 16.
Yes.
16?
Black or red?
Yeah, 16 red, okay?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't play deliberately the ball, okay? It was an accidental offside.
And about to blow the whistle, and he does so. It's a draw, and it's a drawn series.
Towel. Murray to Jamie Roberts. Oh, Roberts is going through now. It's done. It's dusted. Archive it. History made.
British and Irish Lions, Tour of Australia 2025. I'm going to be there. Let me know if you're going to be there. But let's go through who I would pick as my top 23 for this British and Irish Lions tour. Now, especially that the Six Nations is done, it's all done and dusted. You kind of know which players will be available, which ones won't. But to me, after watching every game in the Six Nations, this is who I think deserves to be in this team. So let's get into it. And if you do enjoy this sort of content, like I always say, hit that subscribe button below the video. Like the video if you liked it. And let's get into it. And also comment, let me know who you would change. Who would you bring into the team? Who would you take out? And so forth. Now let's get into this top team. So we'll start with number one. Because as I always say, the forwards are the most important part of any team. So I always start it in at prop, right up in the front, in the engine. In at number one, Andrew Porter. Hopefully he stays healthy all the way through because he just missed out on the last tour. So I think he really deserves it. 6 foot, 123 kilo, big prop. And that's what they'll need against the Wallabies, who are ever improving at the minute. And then in at number two, Dan Sheehan. You got to go with him. He is the in-form hooker in the world right now. And what he can do on attack is insane. His defense is great as well. And his line-out throws are perfect. So, I mean, there's only one choice here. And then in at number three, Tadhg Furlong. This is a bit of a tougher one because you could go Finlay Bealham here as well. Or, you know, Will Stewart had a good Six Nations as well. But Tadhg Furlong, if he's going to be healthy and fit, he's the starting number three for me. Where if he's maybe not 100% fit, then I might put Xander Fagus in here as well. But yeah, 6'2", 118 kilos, 13 British and Irish Lions caps. The thing about this too is they've all played together. So I'd rather have a full Irish front row who've played together instead of maybe putting a Xander Fagus in here and then maybe it throws off their feng shui. And then we move into the second row. Maro Itoje, I mean, he's an experienced player, played brilliantly in the Six Nations, so he deserves a spot in there. Always good in lineouts as well. So 6'5", 118 kilos, and 12 caps for the British and Irish Lions. In at number five, another experienced player, Tadhg Beirne, from the Irish, 33 years old, 6'6", 113 kilos, and also 6 caps for the British and Irish Lions, which I think is going to be important because there's going to be a lot of debutants in this team. So the experience, if you have an experienced tight five, that is very, very important, I'd say. And we move into the back row. Jack Morgan. You got to go Jack Morgan. You cannot have him not in this team the way he played in the Six Nations. You know, look how well he played with a pretty bad forward pack. Imagine how good he's going to play when he's surrounded by very good players. Even better. 6 foot, 105 kilos he is. In at number 7, Ben Earl. Obviously my head is hiding him here, but Ben Earl there. In at number 7, He played a couple games in at 7 in the Six Nations. He was brilliant. He has played a lot of open side as well, so I'll put him there in at number 7. With in at number 8, old Irish captain, fantastic, Caelan Doris, in at number 8. I mean, they got so many options in the back row. You know, you got players like Tom Curry, Rory Darge, Ben Curry even. A lot of really, really good players that you can bring in. You know, Jack Conan off the bench or something like that. A lot of good players that they have. So these 3 to me, you know, gives you everything. It gives you 2. All 3 can steal a ball. All 3 are really good ball runners. You know, the complete package, really. And then into the halves. So we're going to number 9. Jamison Gibson Park. He is definitely the top choice here. 5'9", 85 kilos. And being born in New Zealand, I think he's going to play even a bit harder against the Aussies. The old cross the ditch rivalry. And then in at number 10, Finn Russell. It's a tough one here because I think Finn Smith is right on his tail with the way he played in the Six Nations, but I think you'd want some experience in the team. And Finn Russell, when he's on, you know, he's one of the best players in the world. So I think surrounded by a very good forward pack, great number 9, all that, he's going to play brilliantly. So he's got 4 British and Irish caps. So he's been there, he's done that. Then we move into the centres. So into number 12. I'm going to go with a bit of experience here. I'm going to go with Bundy Aki, 6 British and Irish Lions caps. This will be his final tour if he does make it. But I think he deserves it. I think, you know, he brings what they need. They need a strong ball carrying number 12, take some pressure off of Finn Russell and also help him in defense. And Bundy Aki does exactly that. So Bundy Aki in for me in at number 12. Then we move into outside center, who I'll go with Hugh Jones, who will make his debut, hopefully. 31 years old, 6'1", 102 kilos. He had a brilliant Six Nations. You know, it's his chances now or never. Some people might say, oh, Gary Ringrose, but I feel like Gary Ringrose really got found out later on in the Six Nations with his defense. I think he only had like a 60-something% tackle completion, which was pretty low. You could go Robbie Henshaw here as well. But Hugh Jones brings that attacking flair, that connection with Finn Russell, so I'll go Hugh Jones here. A bit more on the attacking side here. Then we move on to the left wing. James Lowe. Really, it's a very tough decision here because, you know, you got Duhan van der Merwe as well. It's a very, very tight decision here. The only reason I want to go in James Lowe is because I think the coach, that's who Andy Farrell will choose, is James Lowe. He's the Irish player. And I think, you know, he's not going to let you down either. So really, at the end of the day, James Lowe on the left wing. Yet again, if it was probably just right up to me, knowing there's a neutral coach, I'd probably go Duhan van der Merwe. But then if you're going, because you got an Irish coach, I think they're going to go James Lowe. So 6'2", 101 kilos as well. Then into the right wing we go. Another one where you could maybe switch sides here for Duhan van der Merwe. You could even go on the right side. But I think you go with probably the informed winger with Tommy Freeman. He definitely deserves a spot somewhere into 23 at least. And that's what I mean with Duhan van der Merwe. You can put him anywhere as well. You left wing, right wing, I think he's brilliant. Duhan van der Merwe is a beast. So it's going to be interesting who they choose. Then in at fullback, there's only one choice, and that's Blair Kinghorn, who to me was one of the best in the whole Six Nations. Brilliant player. He will make his debut, 28 years old, 6'4", 107 kilos. In at number 15. Their counter-attack is going to be an absolute weapon with these 3 at the back. Then we move into the bench. In at 16, I'm going Dewey Lake. You could also go Jamie George here, I think, who was brilliant for the English coming off the bench. But Dewey Lake, more complete package. Brute strength as well, just coming back from injury. He'll make a big difference, I think, coming off the bench. He'll bring a lot of aggression, a lot of size, and there's going to be no relent for the Wallabies. In at 17, Ellis Genge, who had a brilliant Six Nations as well. Really stepped up. He's now at the age where he's got to be a leader, and he became that in that English squad in this year's Six Nations. Then in at 18, Zander Fagerson for Scotland. 6'2", 125 kilos, big boy, and he's got 4 British and Irish Lions caps, so brings some stability to that front row to replace whenever they do decide to replace him. Then we go into the second rower, Joe McCarthy. Yet again, I think he gets picked because he is, you know, Andy Farrell knows him. He knows what he's going to bring. You could go Chesham. You could go a few different players here for the backup, but, you know, there's a little bit of a step down from the starting lineup, no matter who you choose, because Itoje and I think Byrne are just a step above kind of the rest of the second rows available. Then we go into Rory Darge from Scotland, old captain, vice captain for them. 25 years old, 6'1", 102 kilos, absolute beast. Really, really good player. And then I'm going to go over split here as well. I'm going to go 6-2 split. So I'm going to go Tom Curry here as well. And I think the way that's how they'll beat the Wallabies. It's not, don't try and beat them out the backs. That's what the Wallabies want. But if you beat them up the front, as the Springboks showed in the Rugby Championship, you beat them up front and then they just kind of go to water. So I think keep the 6 forwards on the bench and really come and dominate them in the second half. With Tom Curry bringing some experience too, ball stealing ability, 6 caps for the British and Irish Lions as well. Do we move into backup number 9, Ben White from Scotland, 5'10", 88 kilos. The way he played in Six Nations, he deserves a spot. And he's been playing brilliantly for Toulon as well. So Ben White, he gets that position there over any of the English number 9s, over Alex Mitchell. Then Robbie Henshaw in on the bench, just to cover those kind of both centre positions. Robbie can also play on the wing if you need him to. So he is the kind of complete back package where I guess you can even, you know, if there's an injury on the wing, you can put Blake Kinghorn there and you can move some to fullback, whatever you might want to do. But he'll be able to cover a few positions in the backs there. And he's got experience, 9 caps for the British and Irish Lions. You know, 6'3", 99 kilos, big boy as well. And you can see here, here's the layout of the team. The 1 through 15 and then the bench there as well. So I think it's gonna be interesting. I think the way they'll win it is obviously through the forwards, in my honest opinion, is you watch the Wallabies the last just couple of seasons, and whenever they get dominated up front, they drop their heads, and that's when the backs get run over. So I think punish them in the first half, bring the new forward pack on probably after 45, 50 minutes, and just absolutely dominate them. That's just what I think would be the key situation. But we'll see. I mean, the Wallabies really need to show something different compared to what they've been showing the last couple years. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully they peak at the right time. So it's not going to be a 3-0 series. Hopefully at least both teams win a game each. But I'll end it on that. Let me know which players you would change. Who would you bring into the squad? Who do you think deserves a spot? Who did I miss? Would you rather start Duhan van der Merwe over James Lowe? These are all fair questions, but like I said, James Lowe, with the Irish coach, I think he'll be the one that gets picked. But I'll end it on that. Like the video if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button right below the video if you do want to support the channel, because YouTube has put a bit of a block on my account, so it'll mean a lot. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.